He's trying to win a grand this year, isn't it, David? He fancies Punjab Mail, who has been well back today. Ian Williams trained up in trip at Doncaster. That is good form, Martin, isn't it? Punjab Mail.
Yeah, the Doncaster run in itself, it's all positive from it, really. He's shaped with loads of promise, travelled strongly, got hampered in the run, just pushed left by the winner as they entered the final furlong, and then he ran on well to the line, and the form is working out really well. There's a few of, I think the winners followed up in a good race since, and there's fifths won, the third has run well since, the second has run well since as well, so there's lots of positives from the Doncaster run. The negative would be just the inconsistency of his career so far. He has been in and out, but he's only had the 6 starts, so yeah, he's definitely well handicapped off the same mark as Donny.
And 3-year-olds have won the last 2 runnings of this. You can see why, can't you? He's a 3-year-old as well, Punjab Mail. But it's at this time of year, just after Royal Ascot, that they do get that nice allowance.
Yeah, I think as much as anything as well, they're just the more progressive horses generally, aren't they, the 3-year-olds? Punjab Mail, you look at him having his 6th career start, he's still open to improvement, and he comes into it, 4th run for Ian Williams as well this afternoon, and on the signs of that last run at least, the signs are that he's getting the hang of things for the new yard now.
And Ramesses is a 3-year-old running in Sir Robert Ogden's colours, and we've seen this horse at Carlisle, haven't we, of late? He's finished 3rd and 5th there on his last couple of starts.
Yeah, quicker ground's an unknown for him, probably the fastest ground today that he's encountered. I don't like that draw out in stall 12. A couple of times when Ramesses has been a little bit keen in his races, and he's just stuck out wide as well, so it won't be an easy trip for Paddy Mathers. No,
and dropping in trip, so how's he going to play it then? Would he like to be prominent? He could hold him up if he's dropping in trip, but that'd be detrimental, wouldn't it?
I think usually when you're drawn wide, you make your mind up to do one or the other, don't you? You either drop out the back and make your mind that that's what you're doing beforehand, and then you get cover and take the short route and hope for luck, or you go forward and try and get right across.
Let's do this betting. 7-2 well backed early to Coombe, 9-2 Punjab Mail, there was money for that earlier, 5-1 Mickey and Global Spirit, 15-2 Ramesses, Fitzrovia 8-1 may have won despite the ground last time, Lady of Arran 14 and 20 Bardos for this 3:30 Pilkington Glass handicap. Global Spirit was one we mentioned there. Roger Fell's absolutely flying. He won the Carlisle Bell, and the horse who won it followed up Roussian at Ponty a few days later. Ben Curtis, who was on at Ponty on Roussian, he's on Global Spirit, who should benefit from stepping back to this 7 furlongs, back up in trip.
Yeah, he's only raced over 6 furlongs so far for Roger Fell, but he's given the impression that he would benefit from going back up in distance. And his last run, Global Spirit, was on the back of a 24-hour turnaround, so it's easy to forgive that. He didn't really fire that day, but yeah, on the back of such a quick turnaround, it was easy to see why, and he's had nearly a month off since.
Yeah, and you heard from Edgar Charles Fitzrovia. What did you think to the trainer's comments
20 seconds
that he
remaining.
used to think this ground would be fine? He's not got a soft ground action.
No, and that's interesting, and as it stands at the moment, it's a question mark against him, because the fact
10
is that his
seconds
big
remaining.
improvement has come as soon as he's got onto soft ground, but it could well be that that's coincidental. And interesting comments from Ed there. He's certainly been impressive in what he's done. I would agree with him that he's still on a good mark of 68. The track does worry me a little bit, because it was an extended mile at Nottingham, and it's more of a sweeping bend and probably an even longer straight, I think, at Nottingham. This race, very quickly into the 7 furlong bend, and you're running over a shorter trip around a very sharp bend, so that combination might not work out for him, but I still think he's well handicapped.
Yeah, and he will be among horses, you'd imagine, going around that bend, which might guide him, because he's going from stall number 7. You just saw Sayese in the first time cheek pieces being just guided into the stalls, pushed in there. Lisa Williams, and Lisa's got 5 in our concluding race, and they've had 5 runners no less. She'll be like Aidan O'Brien, won't she, in a classic, going round saddling all the horses for Lisa?
She will, yeah. I doubt they'll get a 1, 2, 3 in the final race,
because some of them are out of the handicap in that, aren't they? Look at this, Takumi 11-4. It looks an open handicap, but the betting's saying it's all about Takumi.
Yeah, well, it was a good time that he clocked when he won at Redcar. David O'Mara's had such a tremendous year as well, hasn't he? First start for the stable, and we see him generally progress for that yard.
Yeah, we do. Not too many left to go in then for this one. Remember, the Pilkington Glass handicap over the 7 furlong trip, we're just beyond post time. money earlier this morning and overnight for Punjab Mail, but all the money on track seems to be all about David O'Mara's Tacoom. First run for the stable. Remember being at Ponty earlier in the season, that French import absolutely bolted up in a handicap at Pontefract as well. That was a first run for David O'Mara. This looks a similar case in point, and Danny Tuddup, remember he joined O'Sheen Murphy, didn't he?
Yeah.
On number of winners at the close of play yesterday. So the Scotsman looking to go ahead, no doubt, in the championship. Here we go, back for commentary.
This very popular favourite, Tacoom, blindfolded, green and white colours. Danny Tudhope, store number 6, the last for the Pilkington Glass handicap. And all in. Set. They're off. They have 7 furlongs to go. Short run down to the turn out of the back straight. Bit of scrimmaging in the middle there. Tacoom. I gave a bit of a bump to Punjab Mail. However,